Hello, welcome to California. We are the 49ers. Here you will be learning about panning with Catherine. And over here you will be listening to an African slave's letter with Claudia. And over there you will be learning about cradles and sluices with Trevor. And in that corner where that brush pile is, you will be learning about mines with me. And again, by that wagon, you'll learn about the travel that the 49ers took to get to California with Catherine.
Okay, so I'm Catherine, and I'm going to teach you how to pan. So first, what you do is you get the gravel over by the river. You put it in your pan that you brought, and you shuffle it around, and you see if you can find any rocks. As you see, I have not found any gold. Okay, I'll try again. Spin it. Oh, look it! I found gold! So what I first do is I get a brush, and I brush it off to clean it off to make sure it has gold. And I put it in my magnifying glass and see what it looks like. And then what they would do back then is they would smash it up and they would collect the little particles of gold in the tube. If one of you guys want to help me, you can. Okay. So here's your pan and collect the gold. Shake it up. Have you found any gold? No. Good try. Now you'll be reading a letter from Claudia the slave.
Hi, I'm Claudia, and I will be reading you a letter from an African American. Dear family, as you know, I've run away because I've been seeking freedom and gold. So I promise to free you and your miseries. But right now it's very hot, hard, and sweaty. So I promise to free you and your miseries. I'll come back in safety. And also, when I come back, I will promise that you will have much more happiness and enjoyment. Sincerely, and now you will be learning about sluices and things.
I'm Trevor, and I'm going to tell you about cradles and sluices. This one is shaped like a cradle, but it works like sluice. And so, as you can see, I put some sand in it, and then, well, sand with hopefully gold in it. And then you take the water and you pour it through, and you pour it through, and it would filter out all the smaller pieces of things, of dirt, and then you would mix it, I guess, look around in it for gold, and, oh, here's some. Right, you wanna try? Sure. Alright.
Go tell them to be quiet.
Alright, well, there's no more. And then you would empty it out and put more sand in, and hopefully there's more gold in it. Now we're going to go to David to learn about mines. Hello, I'm David, and I'm going to tell you about mines. 49ers would use pickaxes, rock hammers, and gunpowder to break through rock to look for gold. The gold would be grouped up in veins, so if you found some gold, there would be a better chance of there being more gold in that area. As I said, they would break up the rock like this, and then they would look through the rubble. Is this gold? Anyone think it's gold?
No.
No, it's not. And then they would keep looking. Is this gold?
Yes.
Okay. You want to try it? Look at where I broke it. We found some. Everyone, you take a look at it. You. And now while you're passing it out, move to the wagon with Catherine and you'll learn about the trip.
Okay, so to travel to California, they would take a covered wagon. On their journey, they would bring some bonnets for the woman, but usually there weren't that many women, so because the 49ers didn't have time to have a family, they would bring some rope to hurdle the cattle. They would bring spurs to kick their horses to move. They would bring pans and spoons so they could cook their food on the fire that they made. They would also bring sourdough bread because 49ers usually never really found that much gold, so they didn't have that much money, so they couldn't afford all that other food at the grocery stores, and so they got the supplies to make sourdough bread, which was at that time very cheap. If anybody of you guys would like to try some, and I'll give some to a couple of people. And that is all. Good. One more. Okay, and that's it. Okay. There's two routes to get to California. For ship, there was the easy way, which was longer and more expensive but safer. They would board a ship at Massachusetts and around that area, and that would take them down to the south point of South America. They would travel up, and then there they would board another ship that would travel them up to California. The hard route was to go on a ship over near the New England side, to board a ship to Central America, and then walk through the jungles over in that area, and then board another ship that will lead them to California. There was also two easy routes and a hard route on land to get to California. One was over, over to Canada, and then down to California, and then the other was to cross some hot and steamy deserts. America. So now David will answer any questions that you want.
Okay, do you have any questions? You?
Can I have some more sourdough bread?
No. Any more questions? Yes.
How long did it take to travel? Probably about a couple of days and
Maybe a couple weeks.
Months.
Months. Yes.
What was the climate that you were in that you were searching for gold?
some were hot and steamy.
Like in Claudia's letter.
It was very hot and dry.
Any more? Okay. Thank you for listening to our presentation. Bye.